Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining once again. And we are back with our program, Watchlist. The Watchlist at Magenta Trade. Thanks a lot for joining in once again. Today is 16th of June, and we are live now on YouTube at Magenta Trade. We teach you how to grow your portfolio using option trading strategies. We explain in simple terms how you can participate in the world-leading companies with a fraction of the amount that you'd need as normal investment. In the vast ocean of stock market, there are plenty of opportunities to gain from the movement of share prices every day. However, the market is unpredictable, volatile, and sometimes complex to understand. In order to be successful, you need a disciplined, rule-based approach developed over a long period of experience in the market and focused on building a long-term portfolio to protect your hard-earned money. But first, please have a look at our disclosures. And for that, I would like to share my screen. Quickly at the disclosures, all our discussions at Magenta Trade are for educational and information purposes only. We are not investment advisors, and you should consult a financial advisor before making any investments. Options trading involve exceptional gains, but at the same time, they pose inherent risk. Past results are no guarantee of future gains. For more disclosures, you can visit our website, www.magentatrade.com. Okay, let's have a quick look at the market. So Dow has tumbled below 30,000 now. Dow is at 29,830, down by 834 points, 2.7%. NASDAQ is down by almost 500 points now, 4.4%. And S&P 500 is down by 139 points, 3.6%. So all the gain that happened yesterday went for a toss, and it's back to the bear market, you can say, once again. I'll switch off my video at this stage so that you can see the full screen. There's nothing to be pleased about except that some of our strategies are still working. So if you'd like to know how you can make some positive trades or gainful trades in this market, follow our videos and send us an email, probably info@magentatrade.com, how you can join our courses. You can visit our website, www.magentatrade.com. You can also follow us on our social media channels, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Of course, you can always like our YouTube videos and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Okay, let's now discuss about some of the earnings reported earlier in our social channels. First one is Kroger. Kroger reported first quarter April 2022 earnings of $1.45 per share on revenue of $44.6 billion, whereas the expectation was $1.28 per share on revenue of 43.2 billion shares. Sorry, $2 billion. The results were very positive, but of course, the overall market is negative, and I think the stock is down by about 1 percentage point due to that. Revenue grew 8% year-on-year basis. The company said it expects fiscal 2023 earnings of $3.85 to $3.95 per share. The company's previous guidance was earnings of $3.75 to $3.85 per share. So on that front as well, there is a positive guidance. However, the market is highly bearish today, and this stock also fell down in the market. Kroger the company operates retail food and drug stores, multi-department stores, jewelry stores, and convenience stores throughout the US. It also manufactures and processes some of the food for sale in its supermarkets. Okay, operating profit is $1.505 billion, adjusted FIFO operating profit of $1.601 billion, earnings per share 90 cents per share, 90 cents per share, and adjusted EPS of $1.45 per share. Fresh department identical sales have increased by 5.2%. Brands identical sales increased 6.3%. Digitally engaged households grew by more than 500,000, and digital coupon downloads increased 11%. The operating general, my apologies, something happened there. Okay. The operating general and administrative rate decreased 46 basis points. Kroger's net total debt to adjusted earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization ratio is 1.68 compared to 1.79 a year ago. Okay. That's about it. Sorry, probably there is another company I'd like to discuss. Is JBL. JBL. Let's have a quick look at their results. JBL reported their third quarter, May 2022 earnings of $1.72 per share on revenue of $8.3 billion, whereas the expectation was $1.62 per share on revenue of $8.2 billion. However, the stock is down by more than 10% now. The revenue grew 15.4% on a year-on-year basis. The company said it expects fourth quarter non-GAAP earnings of $1.94 to $2.34 per share on revenue of $8.1 billion to $8.7 billion. Whereas the expectation was for the next quarter, the expectation was $2.04 per share, earnings per share, and revenue of $8.28 billion. Jameel Circuit Incorporated, together with its subsidiaries, is a provider of electronic manufacturing services and solutions. It provides electronic design, production, and product management services to companies in the aerospace, automotive, and others. Okay, let's look at some other numbers. Diversified manufacturing services year-on-year revenue growth 7%. Electronics manufacturing services year-on-year revenue growth 23%. US GAAP operating income $321 million. US GAAP diluted earnings per share $1.52. Core operating income non-GAAP $352 million. Fourth quarter fiscal 2022 outlook, net revenue $8.1 billion to $8.7 billion, and US GAAP operating income $367 million to $427 million. Okay, let's move on to some other news. The other major news is, of course, Revlon. Revlon has filed for bankruptcy under Chapter 11. That's one of the highlights of the news today. I was going through their charts, and as you can see, and in the year 98, 99, probably this is 98, the share price was around $563. and today the share price is only $2.25. It went to $1 just before the bankruptcy, but since the announcement, it has improved a little bit. But of course, um, the company will continue operation for the time being under Chapter 11 till the final reorganization or sale happens for the company, and it goes to a new management. Maybe, hopefully, it survives the brand. We'll look into the details a little bit more, but at this stage, a number of things that we have noted, probably I'd like to discuss. Revlon was founded in 1932 as a nail paint maker, and currently it was under the ownership of Ron Perelman's McAndrews and Forbes. In 1955, they expanded their business to international markets. In 1965, they launched their color silk hair color. In 1979, they acquired Henry Colomer and launched their professional business. In 1985, McAndrews and Forbes acquired Revlon in a hostile takeover bid for about $1.8 billion. In March 1996, Revlon went public, listed on New York Stock Exchange at a price of $24 per share. Of course, after that, there have been many splits and all that, so that's why you can see the price is around 563 at its peak. Some other things. In August 2013, Revlon bought back its professional products business through a 660 million takeover of a Spanish beauty care company. In January 2016, Perelman says he would seek strategic alternatives for Revlon. So if you look at some of the asset numbers and other details, I was looking at this chart earlier. The enterprise value was $4.33 billion in 2018. However, return on assets started being negative there. Operating margin became 2.72%. And in 2017 and 2018, it was a negative 0.49%. A net margin was negative since 2016, 0.73 in the negative, 6.88 in 2017 minus, and minus 11.47 in 2018 itself. So from there onwards, the problem started within the company. The debts started mounting, and they did multiple restructuring of the debts, and a number of things happened since then. And finally, today, the company filed for its bankruptcy. We'll come up with more details on Revlon in a later on publication or our blog post. So keep watching. Meanwhile, let's proceed to some other stories there. Of course, the major story is the market, S&P 500. is currently at 3643, went below 3,700. It is down by 3.88%. Of course, our S&P SPX trade has gone into profit, and it has probably achieved its target. I'll have a quick look. VIX volatility index is up by 14% today, 33.81. Amazing. Dow is now down by 913 points, and Nasdaq is down by more than 500 points, 4.54%. If we look at individual stocks, most of them would be in the red. Also, Bitcoin is down by 7.09%, and Ethereum is down by 11.21%. Advanced Auto Parts down by 3.86%. Apple is down by 4.29%. Accenture is down by 4%. ADI is down by 5%. Ambarella is down by 9.6%. And Applied Materials down by 8.58%. I'll just increase. Okay, why it is monthly mode? Maybe I was looking at Revlon. That's why. Okay, Ambarella is down by 9.6%. AMD is down by 9.5%. Amazon is down by 5.1%. It has gone back to the levels of prior to the split. Applovin is down by 9.3%. Digital Turbine down by another 9% today. It's really getting tough. Even Berkshire is down by 4.2%. Blackstone down by 9.4% today. Charter Communications down by 9%. Chegg is down by 9.5%. Of course, you can see most of the stocks in our watch list are in the negative. In fact, probably all of them in the negative. Oracle is down by 1.7%. That's still better. Nvidia is down by 6.6%. Just a few days back, it was in 190 or 180, 185, 190 was 196 was the high. Just a few days back. Qualcomm is down by 9% today. So there is a fear of a recession. Now it is almost real after the announcement yesterday for the federal rate hikes. Upstart is down by 12%. Tesla is down by 10%. Sorry, I missed that. 626. There's a big news on Tesla. Elon Musk sued for $258 billion over alleged Dogecoin pyramid scheme. Probably we'll follow that on that news more later on. In a complaint filed in federal court in Manhattan, plaintiff Keith Johnson accused Musk, electric car company Tesla, and space tourism company SpaceX of racketeering for touting Dogecoin and driving up its price, not only to then let the price tumble. Defendants were aware since 2019 that Dogecoin had no value, yet promoted Dogecoin to profit from its trading. Musk used his pedestal as the world's richest man to operate and manipulate the Dogecoin pyramid scheme for profit, exposure, and amusement. The complaint also aggregates comments from Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and others questioning the value of cryptocurrency. The lawyer for Johnson did not immediately respond. Johnson is seeking $86 billion in damages. So that's news from Reuters. Thanks a lot, Reuters, for those news items or comments. Okay. So that's the big news for Telstra or Elon Musk. Not sure whether that will or how far that will go. Probably, it would get settled at some point of time, but surely that's a personal attack on Elon Musk and Tesla. Okay, Teladoc is down by 7.07%, and Unity Software once again down by 11% today. Revolve Group is down by 11.5%. And Signature Bank New York is down by 8.5% to 165. All of them are, like most of them, maybe in the 52-week low. Let's look at the volume. Today's volume, only 1 hour left now in the market, and volume is 621K. So that's not at the peak, or you can say not much below average. I think most of the stocks are like that. Microsoft is also below average. Workday was also below average. Tesla, let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla is almost at the average of 10 days. So they are not drastically high today. Yesterday it was high, Tesla, like in terms of volume. Let's see other shares. Oracle is less than the 10 days average volume. Similarly, Google, let's see, Google is average above the 10 days average volume. So, but it's still not very high. It's just 10 days average. Meta down by 5.4%, and it is again less than 10 days average volume. So that is some kind of consolation, I would say. Normally what happens is when the market really goes down, if you see in certain cases like this one here in Meta Platforms, the volume was tremendously high. Even here the volume was very high, but today the volume is not that high. So that is something of a consolation. Blackstone is around 10 days average volume, so it is still consistent. It's not too much volume as such. Amazon, again, you can see it is much less than average volume. But anyways, the stocks are really falling, like having a free fall, I would say. I'm not sure. By the time market closes to the Dow, maybe closes today, Dow may be down by 1,000 points, and S&P 500, 150 points already. It's already 150 points. Nasdaq has touched below 500 points. So anything could happen from here. VIX is currently up by 13%, and dollar index is down by 1.15%. So saying that, let's have a look at the dollar index or the dollar positioning today. Okay. Yeah, euro is gaining, pound is gaining, and even yen is gaining. Australian dollar is also gaining. So yeah, all the currencies against dollar are gaining. So US dollar is of course losing by 1.15%. Gold is up by 0.88%. Silver is up by 1.1%. Oil is up by 1.8%. So at this stage, we'll not go for the new positions. Whatever positions we have, we'll continue with them, and we'll have a review tomorrow. So, if we have to make a strategy at this stage, probably we have to brace for the bearish trades. Uh, Maybe it is better to have trades on S&P 500 or maybe SPY, the ETF. We can use that as a some leverage tools if you want to take a bearish position there. Probably you know um, I'm not sure whether there is this is the bottom. The support level here that I was looking for earlier. Let me see. There was somewhere some support level here in this chart. Yes, 3390. So that was the level I drew a few days back. So probably that is not yet very far. Another 250 points, which in this at this rate maybe done in 2 or 3 days. It would be interesting to know what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow is the monthly expiry day for options, and probably that is another reason why the market is falling at this rate. There may be some positions to cover, but I feel the way it has fallen today, maybe tomorrow a little bit positive to just settle down in the market or in the options expiry on the monthly settlement date. So that could be the reason, or that could be the situation tomorrow. Um, I won't be live tomorrow due to some other commitments, but definitely I'll be back on Monday. Meanwhile, you can always follow our social media channels, YouTube and Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So that's the update now. It has improved a little bit in terms of market. Currently, it's S&P 500 is down by 133 points. Earlier, it was down by 150 points. So it has improved a little bit. But let's see. The signal is moving constantly, and it still is really grim. So, are we in the bear phase? Almost there, or if we are not already, I think we are already in the bear phase. We are already in the recession there. It's just a matter of how tough it is. Um, unless there is a situation improves at Ukraine and the supply chain issues from China, um, the market is really not going to pick up in the short term. And on top of that, Fed is going to hike the interest rates, so other related factors would also subside, and the economic outlook is really grim at this stage. With those notes, thanks a lot for joining in, and see you back on Monday. I won't be there tomorrow, so I'll join you on Monday. Same time, 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern time. Thanks a lot, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.